Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking how Philadelphia is literally transforming into the absolute epicenter of the sports world in 2026. If you've been following the news at all, you already know there's a massive buzz building. So we are going to break it all down for you, going from the scorching hot days of summer baseball right through to the freezing sheets of winter ice.
Now, to set the stage for why this specific year is just so uniquely special, we have to talk about the number 250. Because 2026 actually marks the United States' semi-quincentennial. Yes, that is a real word. It's the monumental 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And, how is Philly, the actual birthplace of that declaration, celebrating? Well, with an absolutely historic year in sports that honors both the past and the future of athletic excellence.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll look at the Midsummer Classic returns. Second, Harper's Home Run Derby. Third, defining a hockey prospect. And fourth, top-tier ice prospects.
Section 1. The Midsummer Classic returns, baseball's best in South Philly.
So on July 14th, the 96th Major League Baseball All-Star Game finally arrives at Citizens Bank Park for the first time since the stadium opened back in 2004, and man, the sheer star power coming to town is just immense. Looking at the American League, manager John Schneider is going to feature top vote-getter Ernie Clement. And over in the National League, Dave Roberts leads a squad that is highlighted by the absolute phenomenon himself, Shohei Ohtani. By totally dominating Phase 1 of the fan balloting, both Ohtani and Clement basically secured automatic spots in the starting lineup.
Moving right along to Section 2, Harper's Home Run Derby, defending home turf.
The All-Star Game isn't just about Tuesday. Monday night brings the sheer spectacle of the Home Run Derby, and local Phillies hero Bryce Harper is officially gearing up to defend his home stadium against heavy hitters like Aaron Judge and Junior Caminero. Harper actually casually dropped the announcement on his Instagram saying, "Derby at home? Sure, why not?" He'd previously mentioned he'd only compete if he found a pitcher, so it looks like he totally solved that puzzle. And hey, Harper's no stranger to this. He won the whole shebang back in 2018, and he's bringing some serious momentum, having already slugged 20 home runs in his first 93 games this season.
Now forget the old ticking clock format you might be used to. This brand new derby gives players a finite number of swings. Here's how it breaks down. The first round gives you 20 swings, that drops to 15 in the second round and 15 again in the final round. Every single swing counts toward that allotment, whether you blast it into the upper deck or whiff entirely. But there is a super thrilling twist here. If you hit a home run on your very final swing of a round, you get to keep swinging until you record an out. That is absolutely going to create some dramatic, edge-of-your-seat finishes right there at Citizens Bank Park.
Section 3. Defining a hockey prospect, the rules of the rookie.
Okay, as the seasons change, we are trading home runs for slap shots to look at the Flyers' 2026-27 prospect pool. But before we dive in and rank the future stars, let's quickly lay down our baseline criteria for what actually makes a rookie. So a player must be under 26 years of age, they can't have played more than 25 NHL games in any preceding season, and they can't have played 6 or more games in each of any 2 preceding seasons. This is the exact filter we're using to identify this next generation of talent.
Which brings us to Section 4. Top-tier ice prospects, building the Flyers' future pyramid.
So, the Flyers are essentially stacking their future talent pool across 5 distinct tiers, and this is all based on their ultimate NHL ceilings. Looking at our top 2 tiers right here. Tier 1 represents true superstar potential. We are literally talking about a franchise-altering skater, a real game changer. Meanwhile, Tier 2 represents top-half lineup or starting goaltender potential. Basically, a highly reliable everyday starter who forms the absolute backbone of a contending team.
Now, sitting all by himself at the very peak of that pyramid in Tier 1 is 19-year-old Porter Martone. He proved he is a surefire star by posting 15 points, that's 6 goals and 9 assists, in just 19 games during his Draft Plus One rookie year for the Orange and Black. Scouting reports are constantly highlighting this elite hockey sense that just translated to the NHL immediately, alongside a really high-volume shot that is already doing absolute wonders for Philadelphia.
Next up, representing Tier 2 all by himself, we have Igor Zavargin. He is a highly athletic goaltender who's currently developing over in the KHL. And let me tell you, his numbers over the last 2 years are just wildly impressive for his age. He's boasting a .918 save percentage and a 2.53 goals against average, and that's against fully grown professionals. When you combine those kinds of stats with his raw athleticism, it really points to a massive future in goal for Philadelphia.
And that brings us to the foundation of the organization. The sheer volume of depth the Flyers have stockpiled in these lower tiers is massive. We're talking 19 remaining prospects spread across tiers 3, 4, and 5. Now, we won't list them all, but this includes some really promising players like Jet Luchenko, a center whose incredible skating raises his floor significantly, and Maxim Sokolovsky. He's a towering 6'7", 240-pound physical defender who is, frankly, just terrifying for his age. It really shows a franchise that is meticulously building for the long haul.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this thought. In a monumental year celebrating 250 years of American history, right in the city where it all literally began, which storyline captures your imagination more? Are you more excited to watch today's established baseball legends hit home runs under the summer lights? Or are you eager to see tomorrow's hockey superstars take the ice for the very first time? The city is officially on the clock, and the whole sports world will be watching. Keep your eyes on Philly.